With the All-Star Weekend now behind us, the Flames are back making moves. In General Manager Craig Conroy's rookie season at the helm of the franchise, he is already building the master plan, and the future does look bright. And I've even coined the name of what this rebuild, retooling, will be called. Welcome to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith, and I just quickly wanted to say that 95% of you guys watching are not subscribed. So if you're a big Flames fan, you like what you see here on the channel, you want all the latest news, updates, and rumors about the Calgary Flames, then make sure you hit that subscribe. But like I said, in Connie we trust. He's making moves, he's doing the right things, and we've all heard of the Yzer plan. What went down in Tampa got them some cups. What Detroit is calling it with Steve Yzerman and his plan, the Yzer plan. Well, let me introduce to you the Con-Ploy. Yes, I know there's a lot of ways that it could have been said, and, I'm sure there are a lot of better names out there, but the Con-Ploy, it's here, and it's here to stay. Does it mean the Flames are going to be contenders soon? Well, I certainly hope so. But why am I saying this now? Well, look at this man. Craig Conroy in his first season as the Flames GM. He's taken over from Brad Treliving, and he's already, it seems, made some really great moves. Just look at that cheeky smile. He knew he was going to get up to some good for the franchise, do the right things for Calgary. And, the All-Star Weekend's behind us. We didn't actually have anyone playing in it, so I'm sure we had lots of time to think about what was actually going to be the plan for the rest of the season. With the Lindholm trade, that's the biggest thing that really happened over the All-Star break, and that's what involved Calgary. But it was announced today that we had Peltier, Kevin Rooney, and Cole Schwindt all come up from the Wranglers. Now, Kevin Rooney actually hasn't played a game yet for the Flames this season, but he'll be probably in action very soon. Jacob Peltier getting another chance, and of course, Cole Schwindt. Also there just at the bottom of the Flames now that AJ Greer has been placed on the injury reserve, but I'll be getting more into that later in this video. But first, let's talk about Peltier. He was finally given a shot last season after he was drafted very high, and he played very well with Huberdeau. They had a bit of a French-Canadian connection, I guess you could call it, and it looked like they were doing really well. And I know as Flames fans, we all want Peltier to be in the lineup and playing well. You look at what Connor Zary has done. They're similar players. They were on the same World Junior team together with Team Canada, and you would hope to have the same expectations for them. Obviously, Zary has thrived so far this season. Peltier hasn't been given a great shot. Maybe this will finally be the time. Like I said with Kevin Rooney as well. He hasn't actually played any NHL games yet this season, but he's finally back. He's been playing with the Wranglers a bit. Now he'll be playing with the Flames, hopefully. Hopefully he can get it going. That would be super cool. We kind of need a bit of grit now that Greer's down, so Kevin Rooney could be that guy. And then Cole Schwindt, I really want to talk about him because when I was listening to Craig Conroy and what he said about the Flames trade, obviously the main thing was keep a competitive environment for the young guys. Cole Schwindt is one of those guys. He's one of the Flames' top prospects after he came over from Florida in the trade with Huberdeau and Weegar, of course, for Matthew Tkachuk. And the Flames, now that Lindholm has gone to Vancouver, there's a hole at center. So Conroy said, that'll be big for Backlund. He'll expect more out of Kadri. And then he name-dropped Cole Schwindt. And then, obviously, hours later, now Cole Schwindt has been brought up from the Wranglers, which is fantastic to hear. I think he has loads of potential as well. That's a word that's just being thrown around like crazy with the Flames right now is potential. But Cole Schwindt, loads of potential. You look at his dating past, clearly this guy knows how to cook. If he can cook off the ice, I'm sure he can do the same on the ice. He's been great with the Wranglers this season. I think he'll do great with the Flames, given the right opportunity. And it honestly is exciting. It shows that the Con-Ploy is really coming together nicely. He's executing everything he says. A lot of times, GMs, coaches, star players, whoever it is, they'll talk the talk, but will they walk the walk? And so far, Conroy is doing it. And I'm believing in it. Honestly, I'd give this guy anything he wants right now. I believe him. He is just doing a fantastic job, and he's finally just giving this whole city, the whole organization, all Flames fans from across the world, because I know we're a worldwide organization. It's giving us hope It's giving us, just having that dream of lifting Lord Stanley. Hasn't been done since 1989. Should have been done in 2004. We all know. I'm sorry. We don't need to get into that touchy subject. But man, I'm believing in the Con-Ploy, and really, I hope we can ride it out and it goes the whole way. Now, another name I did mention is AJ Greer. And like I said, he has been put on the IR. Obviously, he suffered an injury against the Columbus Blue Jackets about a week before the All-Star break in one of the Flames' most recent games. I know seems like forever since we've played. The channel's launched and the Flames haven't even played yet. But he fractured his foot. He'll be out for another 6 or 7 weeks. And so what does this mean for the Flames' future? Well, Greer was one of those guys who his name was kind of floating around as a guy who could be an asset in a trade. He could be leaving. I mean, obviously he was on his last year of his contract, and he's a guy who can bring a bunch of different things. He has a little bit of a scoring touch, and it's been great when he's been able to produce so far this season. But he also brings a bit of grit, and with him going down, I believe that's the reason why Kevin Rooney has come up a bit more. Similar players, you could say. I mean, in no way are they, the grittiest players, but they add something more to the game than just pure skill. And I also think this will ask a lot more of Martin Pospisil as well. He definitely plays with a lot of fire. It's the aggression we need. When he's been in the lineup lately, the Flames have played very, very well. So expect him to actually get a bigger role. And I think, like what Conroy wants as part of the Con-Ploy, is to keep that competitive environment. And that doesn't just mean, scoring like crazy and keeping that sort of environment. It's everything. And as we know, NHL hockey is not just about scoring. There is physicality, aggression. Pospisil brings that. Greer brought a bit of that, but now he's down. And I think it also, now that he's hurt, it means he won't get traded, which isn't the best news. But he wasn't going to be the biggest asset in a trade like Tanev and Hanifin probably will be. Expect a video about what they could go for in the near future, because there is just loads to speculate, loads to talk about. And I think it'll be super, super fun. Last thing I just wanted to touch on in this video is, the AllStar Weekend. Like I said, the Flames going into the weekend, or at least midweek last week, going into the break, I should say, we did have an All-Star who was going to compete, and it was Elias Lindholm. And then he was gone to Vancouver. Vancouver got their 6th All-Star of the break. I'm sure you guys saw Team Matthews won. Congrats to them. The city of Toronto was happy. That's all fantastic. But the Flames weren't necessarily without All-Stars out east in Toronto at the break. First of all, we had, look right there, third from the left wearing the Flames hat, we had Tate McRae. Now, obviously, she was one of the celebrity team captains of Team McKinnon. And you see, the Colorado Avalanche were the ones who posted this photo because, it's their players there. Georgiev, McKinnon, and Makar, obviously. But look at Tate McRae repping the Flames. I'm actually very, very pleased by that. I'm so glad she's repping Calgary. She's from here. Makar should have done the same. He should have realized, hey, the Flames don't have an All-Star anymore. Maybe I'll step up. Could this also be a bit of recruitment? We could speculate on that. Maybe Tate McRae's trying to get Makar to sign once his deal ends in 2027. I think it'd be amazing if Makar could come over here. Imagine if the Flames just had players from Calgary. These days, that could really bolster a strong lineup, and that'd be super, super, super fun. But hey, maybe Tate McRae is recruiting Makar. Who knows? Either way, I was very happy to see that Tate McRae was repping the Flames. And we also, of course, had Harvey the Hound out in Toronto repping the Flames as well. That tongue was not getting pulled out by anyone. Actually, in this photo, if you're not a big baseball fan, that's Joey Votto. That's what Joey Votto's looking like these days now that his playing days are winding down. And he's pretty much, the best Canadian baseball player of all time. Arguably, definitely best of my generation. But he's posing with Harvey. Harvey is always one to rep the Flames and make us look good. Come on. He's the OG mascot. Everyone loves him. He bangs the drum and the Saddle Dome goes crazy. But now that All-Star Weekend is over, it is time to lock in. And when I say that, I don't necessarily mean lock in and win a bunch of games. I just mean lock in. Build that competitive environment that Conroy wants. Get the Con-Ploy in full effect. If that doesn't catch on, don't worry. I will not use that term very much at all. But I think it's time to just ride with the rest of the season. Get through trade season. See what the lineup's looking like. Get those young guys getting good minutes. And just seeing how everyone plays. Get Kuzmenko going. Hopefully he can find his scoring touch. It's super, super fun. And obviously, There's a million trades we could speculate on and who could come back, but who knows? Maybe we'll get more scoring forwards that just need that little pick-me-up again. There's lots of teams out there like New Jersey, Toronto. They've got good assets that the Flames could pick up. Ottawa, they've been throwing around. I know in the comments you guys love to discuss potential trades and stuff like that. I mean, obviously Canucks fans have been in the comments lately. You guys are fantastic. You guys interact like crazy, and you guys make some good points, so I really appreciate that. But just on that note, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you like what you saw here today. Like I said, lots of people watching, they ain't subscribing. I mean, no matter what, I love the positive interaction. You guys are fantastic. I can't thank you enough for how fast this channel has grown. We're 1 week in now, and already I am just astounded at the community we're building. I'm so glad to have you guys along for the ride. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching this video. It's super exciting to see where the rest of the season will go. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you stick with the channel. Thank you guys so much, and have a great night.